Patriot Hour. This is Mike. I'm in studio, and we have some new Q post update for you. Let's get right into it, folks. We got a special guest today, Ben. Ben, how's it going out there?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All
Excited to be
right.
here. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, yes,
Today, I should say.
It's our pleasure to have you as a guest. Ben is a special guest today that is going to actually read some of the post with us as we go over the phenomenon of Anon. All right, so what was it? 825 was the last drop.
Yeah, it was the sec underscore test, and then obviously the one after that was comms good, nice try, which is then of course the latest one was the. Now, of course, I'm gonna butcher this name because I don't know how to speak Russian very well, but I think it's Stanislav Lunev, basically a former Soviet military officer of the highest ranking. Of course, this is I'm quoting Wikipedia, and according to Wikipedia, this thing the highest ranking GRU officer to defect from Russia to the United States. We've heard. We've heard other little tidbit drops and breadcrumbs, Red October, alluding to the movie Hunt for October, obviously the Russian, defecting. Now, what was interesting is, according to Wikipedia, they're hinting at, some type of nuclear sabotage operations. Now, obviously, we don't,
I'm reading here.
This being as science, as fact, but this is, no simple description of nuclear sabotage operation. So I
suitcase bombs and Shenandoah Valley. I mean, I'm just seeing here such bombs have been prepped, prepared to assassinate U.S. leaders in events of war, according to him. So, wow, the poisoning of the Potomac River.
It's pretty interesting. What was some of his? I think he was also a publisher. I think he published one called "Through the Eyes of the Enemy," according to what is this here? This is military.wikia.com. Kind of doing a little brief expose on Stanislav Lunev. Here's something that I don't know. According to this military.wikia.com, they're saying that there's the poisoning of the Potomac River. There's something that was on there, according to this.
Well, I'm reading here as well, and you did read, he defected to the U.S. authorities in 1992. Since then, he's worked as a consultant to the FBI and CIA. As of 2000, he remained in the FBI's Witness Protection Program.
Wow. That's you stop and think about some of that kind of stuff, because the Potomac River was also, with that being here as these politically, what do they have? What is that called? Where it's I'm sorry, they're
political pundit.
They have that where they can political something, yeah. And of course, in the posting, though, it says including poisoning public drinking water and supplies and food processing plants, according to the military.wikia.com expose they did on him. So this is some pretty weird stuff, And then it says on the last Q post, it says the bridge payback for today.
Yeah.
What's
that was post 827. So if we go to post 825, so 825, folks, was at 0141, which is, basically 1:41 a.m., and it was sec_test Q. And then at 826, we had comms good, nice try, period, Q. And that was at 1:0142. So we're assuming there was some kind of security breaching, some pinging, some backdoor sallies. But hey, and then we get to 827, and yes, brings up this guy's name, which we just showed you. the bridge, period, payback for today, period, Q. And that was the last one at 0153. So, yeah, I don't know. We're going to do a little bit of research into this. Maybe we can get some good info and come back at you guys with a little video here in a little bit. Would you, what do you think about that,
really
Ben?
Interesting. I think these names come up. We all know that, everything that's said here. I know the comms were kind of cracked, or we kind of, as a whole, figured out the comm situation of how this was going on, and comms are still good. And this last little one was he drops this Russian defector, and when somebody of that large caliber, when you're a general, excuse me, when you're a colonel, you hold a high military power or a high military position, you're privy to a lot of top secret or a lot of sensitive information. So when he defected, it'd be very curious to find out what information was his bargaining chip, if you will, coming over to America. Because at one point in time, he was, it's not like he was just some peasant or some lowly, worker in, Russia, like we get these other individuals from other countries who are not so indentured with financial wealth that want to come here to better themselves. And so this is not that case. Here is a highly ranked individual who defected for very, very specific reasons, i.e. political. That's something that I agree with you. We'd have to really search him more.
Well, and again, this is a case where sometimes,
thank you for having me on the show today, for sure.
Sometimes, and this is a case where sometimes it matters why. Sometimes it's like, well, who cares? But this guy here. So I wanted to touch quick base on the whole comms issue. So the post on February 22nd at 20:01, so 8 o'clock p.m., 8:01, you had, this anonymous poster off of, I'm assuming, the Great Awakening, where Q's moved to now to post. He reposts this Donald Trump tweet. And if you notice here, they love I'm going to skip down to the bottom, folks. They love our country and will do the right thing. And then you have all these weird spacings, and then make America great again. And then this person also posted this picture really close up of, you can see up here on the cuffling, it says 45. So you're assuming this is Trump's hands. This note here, the way his fingers are, and they got their fingers labeled. And then at the bottom of this note, you can see circled, I hear you. And then, this sec test post from the 21st brings all down, and they got it kind of all broken down. And this guy says, so we fill in the blanks, which the tweet has blanks. He hears us, which is in the note, I hear you.
Yeah.
We insert something here and show, we understand how this works. Whatever the board consensus is, it will be. Q puts, you were learning our comms. Q. You were learning our comms.
So if we're learning their comms, and you put it in there exactly what you were saying, there's that there is that little notch. Now, is there more on that piece of paper that where it says, we see here that, okay, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers, and it's kind of pointing to, and according to this, it's pointing that now. There's more on that page,
Oh, yeah. You want to see it? We can see
what would you most want me to know about your experience? What can we do to help you feel? I can almost guarantee that word says safe. I'm going to go
see
with
the
safe,
E.
That's my opinion.
I see the E.
That maybe the
question
top of the
mark.
F and the E and the question mark. Then whatever he's covering, it's too hard to make up, not enough letters or something, and then I hear you, and so it's almost like,
Sec test 1, finger. Sec test 2. Test 3, 4, 5. Huh. Well, there you have it,
and
folks.
I
mean, that was just a
right.
nice little breakdown.
Say this. Yeah, I want to definitely, put in with this my little personal 2 cents. I really, when looking at these Q posts, you really see that there's 2 words that come up a lot together, and there's no coincidences. And I see that's always constantly being repeated, and expand your thinking, I guess. So
No, and I'm a firm believer on that too. And another person that used to beat it in the head was Bill Cooper, William Milton Cooper. There's no such thing as coincidences, folks. He was a firm believer in that. And maybe, just maybe once in a great while, yeah. But, and what some people mistake for coincidence is more of just, you sometimes bump into somebody and you're like, oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, that's not so much a coincidence.
There are other things at
there's
work
other words
that
that describe that better.
what you believe is a coincidence. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
All right, well, we will sign out. Me and Ben are gonna do some more work today, and we'll probably maybe try to do another little collabo video here this evening or later on today. I'm Mike from the Patriot Hour. That was Ben.
thank you very much for having me on, you guys. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. Again, I'm Mike. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, give a like, leave a comment. We will be back when we have something that breaks.